Hi friends, welcome back to another Money Wise Wednesday video. It is important for you to know your financial situation at all times to the last cent. Do you know where you stand as it is right now? Can you decide what the smart decision is financially if provided with different scenarios? Today I'm going to share with you the best way to measure your financial situation so that you can make smart money decisions and choices when it comes to your specific financial situation. The best way to measure your financial situation or where you stand financially is with what is called net worth. What is this net worth, you ask? Net worth is a measure of wealth. It is calculated by adding what one owns minus what one owes. In simple terms, it's assets minus liabilities. Note that net worth is a measure of wealth, not riches. Wealth and riches are two different things, but that is a story for another day. To use this formula, you simply have to add the monetary value of all your assets and add all your liabilities together, your debts, and then subtract the debts from what you own or your assets. The number that comes out can either be positive or negative. And if the number is negative, it simply means you have a negative net worth. And when you have a negative net worth, it simply means that you owe more than you own. And so the number becomes negative because remember, we are subtracting what you owe from what you own. And if what you owe is bigger, then of course you will get a negative number. A negative number or a negative net worth simply means you are in debt. You owe more than you own. And of course, in this case, you're in the red. You have to work very hard at this and get out of that situation as quick as possible. If this number is positive, it simply means you own more than you owe. And therefore, your net worth is healthy. But you should be aware that a positive net worth doesn't actually mean that you're not in debt at all, because you can be in debt and have more assets than what you owe, and the number you get will come out positive. So you have to be very careful and ensure that you are aware that maybe you are still in debt. And I can make you a simple example. Say all your assets are worth 500,000 rand, and so all your debts are worth 350,000 rand. When you subtract 350,000 rand from 500,000 rand, you will get 150,000 rand, which is a positive number. And this would be telling you that you simply own more than you owe. It doesn't mean that you're out of debt. What you could do is to liquidate your assets and pay off your debts. This could get you out of debt quickly. One of the promises that this video makes in the title is that we will also talk about how to improve your net worth. So there are about 8 steps that I've noted down, or 8 things you can do to make sure that you improve your net worth. The first one, pay off credit card debt. All those credit cards, work on that and pay them off. You can also build an emergency fund. This simply is you putting money aside for emergencies. This will help you improve your net worth as it increases the value of your assets, because savings fall under your assets as well. If you have student loans, you can work on paying those off, and this will reduce the amount you owe to others. And therefore, when you calculate your net worth, it will come up with a less negative number, or it would simply push you to the positive number. Now, the fourth one is to max out all your retirement contributions. If you are contributing money into some retirement annuities or any products like that where you are putting money aside for your retirement, make sure that you max it out. By max it out, I mean make sure that you make the highest possible contribution that you're able to make. So, for example, here in South Africa, there's something called tax-free savings account. A tax-free savings account allows you about 33,000 rand per year, and over your lifetime it allows you to put in 500,000 rand. That money will be tax-free. Anything above the amounts I just mentioned will be taxed. Now, if you break it down to a monthly amount that you could contribute, you will find that you can contribute 2,750 rand into this tax-free savings account. You could do that and max that account. If you are putting towards this account 2,750 every month, then we could say you are maxing it out. So whatever product it is you are working on, make sure that you put in the highest possible amount of money to make sure that you are working on your net worth and trying to get it to become positive. Now, Retirement savings add to your assets, and if you do this consistently and pay off debt at the same time, of course, in the end, your assets will exceed your liabilities or debts in value, and therefore this will result in a positive net worth. The fifth one is to live below your means. You have to lower your expenses and live below your means. If you are able to live a lifestyle that's worth 10,000 rand, you really don't have to do that. You can lower your living expenses and make sure that you spend less than what you can actually spend, and this will leave you with some disposable income. And with this income, there's a lot of things that you could do. One of the things you could do is to pay yourself first, which is simply before spending on anything like rent or paying mortgages or paying other people that you owe, you would simply take this money and pay yourself first. Put yourself first and make sure that you save before anything else, or invest before anything else, and this will as well increase your asset value. Using this same disposable income, you can invest in yourself. Things like paying for courses to increase your skill level, or to learn a new skill that could allow you to get a better paying job, or to allow you to start a new business that will make you more money. So this would be considered as investing in yourself. When you invest in yourself, you will surely along the way increase your net worth, because you can get a promotion or get a new high paying job. This will help you work towards increasing your net worth. The last one is to make sure that you invest your money in places that will make your money grow. So do not just put money in a savings account in a bank somewhere, because banks provide a certain amount of interest that is not even beating inflation. If you look closely, some banks will tell you they will give you something like 9 point something percent when you save with them, or 8 point something percent. But what they don't tell you is that this is a nominal interest rate. And when we speak of a nominal interest rate, it's simply interest rate before they have calculated or subtracted inflation. And inflation here in South Africa can range between 4% and 5%, I believe. And if you take 9 point something or 9% and you subtract 4, then you see you're left only with 5%, and your money will only be growing by 5%. This affects how much your money grows. So you need to make sure that you find places where you can invest your money so that it grows. You don't have to go for low interest accounts like bank savings accounts. So you should make sure that you find places such as this, and one of these places is the stock market. You can invest in stocks, which is simply shares of companies, or you can buy things called index funds, which track the overall performance of economies or certain group of companies like tech companies or pharmaceutical companies and so on and so forth. But make sure that you find a place where when you put your money in, it will grow. Or you could start a business, and businesses are known to grow the value of money over time. Businesses, make profits over time, and therefore your money will grow in value. So that was all about net worth and how to improve your net worth and how to actually measure your financial situation so that you know which decisions to make or which decisions are smart when it comes to your financial situation. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I'd like you to press the like button and subscribe to the channel so that you see more of these videos, and it's also a great motivator to me to keep making these videos. When I see a like from someone or a comment as well, this motivates me a lot. You can also watch this video to make sure that you learn more about financial issues. Also, if you're interested in productivity or becoming your best self, you can visit my channel to see more videos where I speak about such things.